Hello. In these videos, we're usually showing you around some brilliant homes that are on QuinnEstateAgents.com or hearing from the team at Quinn. But for this video, we're going to look at what's happening in general in the home property market, especially after the last year. Earlier today, I had a sit down with the leader of the Quinn team, Jonathan Quinn, for some truths.
I have to be careful what I say in this.
Revelations.
The estate agency has a bad name.
And some essential advice.
Get people to experience your home, get them through the door, and the value will take care of itself.
Coming up, we'll find out what went wrong at this Ballynahinch home and get top tips for selling from the Quinn team's top valuer.
To get it decluttered, show the spaces that are there.
But after a pandemic period and home lockdowns, I asked Jonathan Quinn what's going on in the homes market now.
I mean, Mark, it's great. The activity that we're having is phenomenal. I mean, I've never experienced it before. We actually started our business in the middle of a recession in 2007. So the only way that we have ever seen things going is up. But the amount of activity that we have at the moment is unprecedented.
And with all the change in the last year, people really are thinking differently. What are people looking for around here now?
We're getting a huge amount of people coming to Ballynahinch, Banbridge, Downpatrick, all throughout County Down, moving out from the city. We just think that's great.
And what's the most asked question that you come across every day?
You know, where it's going to end is a question I get asked every day. I don't think there's alarm bells in the same way that there was back in 2007. It's because, you know, the main difference is today people are buying homes, they're not buying investments. You know, and that's a key reason to why I think the housing market will stay steady.
Some prediction, isn't it? So if I was going and taking that step, I've been sitting for 14, 15 months, maybe 15 years before thinking, right, I have to move, I need to move, I want to move. I wanted a valuation today. How would I take that big step?
You know, you raise an interesting concept in my mind, because people believe that when they bring me out, they bring another estate agent out, a competitor, you know, around the corner out, that they're bringing us out to value their home. You know, the market values your house. You know, we as estate agents are there to talk about what is the best marketing tactic, the best way to get people through your door. One of the most frustrating things for me is losing a piece of business because a competitor valued the property higher. You know, the competitor didn't value the property higher. The competitor, you know, come out with a figure that was higher. You know, as I suppose, giving you a bit of inside knowledge, Mark, to how, you know, estate agents work. I mean, it's no secret our job is to go out to get business. You know, we are salespeople. Most of us are quite good at our job, and within a very short period of time of entering someone's home, we can pretty much figure out what they want to hear. At Quinn, we've always taken a different approach. You know, we feel that we're there to give knowledge, to basically make that person see that there is a way of doing it, which inevitably will result in them selling their property for the most amount of money possible. Putting a property on at a very high price often results in the property being reduced in price, which sends the wrong message. The job of good marketing agents, estate agents, is to get people through the door, get people to experience your home, and get people to want to buy it. After that, we can start to look at the finances. You know, if there is multiple people bidding on the property and it goes beyond what someone's budget is, that doesn't rule them out. You know, we can start to look at maybe different finance packages for them. We have in-house mortgage advisors here at Quinn. They can have a chat with them. So valuation, market appraisal, it's a controversial one. We're not there, I would openly say, we're not there to value your house. We're there to talk about what is the best marketing tactic to get the most amount of money for your property.
You're there to get value out of their house for them. I want to investigate that further. I'm going to go and talk to an actual expert. An expert, I mean, thank you I nip over to the Quinn branch in Banbridge, where the Quinn team's top valuer Belinda gives top tips and tells us the things she looks for when valuing a home.
Well, first of all, location. I look at the area where the property is first of all, see if there's anything else that's on the market that I can use as comparisons. Outside, curb appeal is very, very important to people. They want to see that the owner of the property is looking after it, because they don't want that maintenance and adding on things that will need done when they buy the property. People also like to see a welcoming home, and I have to say that our vendors are fantastic because they, whenever I come to value their property, they have prepared it knowing that this is how their viewers are going to see it, and it's really good because at that stage actually they think that are you going to take the photographs today, but obviously we use professionals for that. So the house is just sitting lovely and it's just great to take a walk around, and they are very proud of their homes. And then then obviously when it comes to our sales preparation, the girls are fantastic about how they produce the brochures and show the home. Well, I would suggest that people declutter. There are people that maybe haven't been able to declutter for my arrival at the property, and I can see past that, but I would definitely recommend to them when they're getting the property ready for the market is to get it decluttered, show the spaces that are there. If they have animals, if they've got dogs, not everybody loves dogs. I love them, of course, so that's another thing I love about my valuations, to see all the lovely doggies and cats and things. But not everybody is a dog lover, so it is important that you maybe have the dogs outside, or your partner or husband takes them off for a walk, for viewings, for all of that. So if you can, declutter, have the animals out of the way and everything for your photographs and everything, and for your viewings, and then the viewers can actually see that where they could put their furniture, or they maybe like where you've put that sofa and think, well, our corner sofa is going to fit in there. Whereas if it's all just covered and everything, then some people just can't see past that.
So there's a value in getting the right valuation. You don't want your home sitting on sale for a year at the wrong price. After little activity at this Downpatrick home, the Quinn team joined as a second agent, got sale agreed within weeks, and sale completed last month. This Ballinhinch home had little activity and no outcome for a year with another agent. The Quinn team had its sale agreed for the vendor within 3 weeks. Back in the Ballinhinch branch, Jonathan Quinn tells me what happened.
That was an example of a property that was listed slightly higher than what it should have been. We got on board at a later stage with the seller, who wanted to give another agent a try. We advised them where the right approach should be, what the right asking price should be, and we were straight away putting viewers through the door left, right and centre, and believe it or not, that property actually sold for more than what the original asking price was. Estate agency is not a regulated trade in Northern Ireland. There is some agents who decide to regulate, and there's other agents who don't. And in my view, it's no secret. Estate agency has a bad name. When you talk to people, they always tell you a horror story about their experience with estate agents. At Quinn, we try to step aside from that. We see this as a very professional trade. We do regulate. We work at standards higher than what the law demands. That's we have our staff which are level 3, level 4 qualified. As opposed to anyone in another branch of another estate agency who can just sort of decide that they want to do the job. But getting people through the journey of selling their property is a skill, and it is a profession. And I don't make any bones about it, and I admit it, we are very good at it. We keep sales on track that I know would have faltered if they weren't handled in a professional manner. We don't consider the job done at sale agreed. We consider the job done at completion. And that's a big difference. We stay on board, we advise, we manage expectation.
So the team get the valuation right for the market. Then it's about getting the value from marketing your property. And for that, it's all about being social.
We have a massive social media following. You've helped towards that. I mean, your videos and things that we do, thinking outside the box. You know, I don't see other competitors at that standard. And in terms of, you know, looking at some local competitors, I mean, if you add up all their social media presence, it still doesn't get to the level that we have. So the more people that see a property, the bigger the audience, the better chance you have of achieving a higher price. And, you know, that's what we offer. We offer a big audience. You know, we have very professional marketing. People will know Matt and Kerry, who are photographers. When people phone up an estate agent's office and they say, how much do you charge? The question that they ask is based on the fact that they believe every estate agent does the same thing. They advertise the property on Property News, Property Pal, they put some sort of a brochure in a window, they put a for sale board up. People think that that's what they're paying for. I was at a conference a short while back, and you know, it asked people to, you know, take an average estate agency fee and divide it up into where they got value for money. And most people attributed what I just said to maybe 70-80% of the fee, you know, getting the property listed, getting it on, and, you know, maybe a small bit towards negotiation and a small bit towards contract chasing. I mean, I would reverse that scenario. And then a huge amount of the fee that we charge, we attribute towards what we call contract chasing, keeping the property from sale agreed to completion. Whereas again, I've worked in other estate agents over my career and things like that, and you know, in other places that I've experienced, they consider the job done at sale agreed. You know, the job only starts at sale agreed.
So you must be thinking of some big plans now that we've all got through what we're getting through. What's coming up?
We've developed a property which will be, our clients will be able to avail of for short-term use. And so quite often in the sales process, if you're set to a very tight completion date and maybe your property isn't yet ready, you know, where do you go in between? So we have developed a property that is fully serviced. It has the gas, it has the broadband, it has the electric, there's no utility bills, it's fully furnished, and also it comes with quite a large shipping container which you can put all the possessions of your house in there for a short period of time, and you can use this and take this 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. So we're quite excited about that. I have big news in Banbridge. Our Banbridge office we have big news coming there. I can't just go into the detail of that, but watch this space. We have a brand new website coming, which is going to be just top notch. We have exciting times ahead. I think we're starting to look at ourselves very much as an online agent that has all the functionality of online, but actually we still have our branches, which we'll never let go of. We will be present on the high street, because this is the biggest transaction that anyone goes through, and we don't want to hide behind websites or hide behind computers. If someone wants to talk to us, we're here to be approached at any time. I know we have to be by appointment at the moment just because of the pandemic, but let's get through that, and we have an open door policy. You can come in anytime, pop down in front of the person that you're dealing with, who is probably level 3 or level 4 qualified, and get the answers.
We hope this has been a helpful eye-opener to buying, selling and valuing a home. It's the job of the Quinn team to get you from your first phone call to completion day. So, when you need to have a chat with them, call or share this with a friend. Thanks for watching.